Welcome back to the Bahamian Mathematics YouTube channel. Today we will be working out past paper questions again, and we will look at BJC paper 2, 1998, questions 4 and 5. The first question is on angles, and here's the question. It says, calculate the size of the angle marked A. Now we can see that this shows a shape with 3 different angles of 3 different sizes, and if we notice, they all meet at a point. And so angles at a point add up to how many degrees? It's 360 degrees. And so we simply take each angle one at a time and we add them together and make them equal to 360. And so let's label this A. This was already A. Let's call this B and this C. And let's form the equation A plus B plus C equals 360 degrees. We are saying that whatever A is, whatever B is, whatever C is, we know that all 3 of them, when we add them together, they have to give us 360 degrees. So let's start now by placing numbers in place of the letters. Now A is A. We need to find what that is. So we add that to B is 50 degrees plus C we've called 158 degrees, and all 3 of those when added together equals 360. And then we go to the next line and we say A plus. And now we simplify 50 plus 158. Let's do the working on the side. 50 plus 158, when we add them together, we start at the right-hand side, the ones column. 0 plus 8 is 8. 5 plus 5 is 10. We put the 0 down and we carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So we get 208. We've simplified. And that equals 360. And now the last step, A is equal to 360 minus 208. And if we put the working on the side, 360 minus 208, we start again at the ones column. 0 can't subtract 8, so we move next door to the tens column, and we take 1 from the 6. That becomes now 5, and we add 10 to the ones column. The 0 becomes 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 5 take away 0 is 5, 3 take away 2 is 1, and our answer is A equals 152 degrees. How simple was that? Now let's look at question 5, which looks like a part of a ruler, which goes from 12 all the way to 15 with some strokes in between. And the question says, write down the number that is halfway between 12.8 and 14.4. And the magic word here is halfway between. Halfway means the middle, and we have to try to figure out where the midpoint is between 12.8 and 14.4. And if we look on the ruler, we can see that between 12 and 13, which is 1 unit, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces that it is divided into. So if we divide 1 by 5, that looks like a fraction that I know the decimal value of, which is 0.2. That means that each space is 0.2 units. And so that means this is 12.2, the next one is 12.4, the next one is 12.6, 12.8, and then we get to 13. And let's do the same over by 14. The stroke after 14 is 14.2, then 14.4, 14.6, 14.8. And now that we have the markings on the ruler, it says halfway between 12.8 and 14.4. Here's 12.8. Here's 14.4. We need to find the midpoint of these two. You may be tempted to say, let me start at 12.8 and count 1 space to the right. Let me start at 14.4 and go 1 space to the left and start going to the right, to the left. That's not quite the best way to do it. We want to know in this amount of space, where's the midpoint? And how we do that is we add and then we divide by 2. So anytime you get a question where you have to find the midpoint between 2 values on a ruler, you add them and you divide by 2. So let's take the 2 numbers, 14.4 and 12.8, and let's add them. We start here, 4 plus 8 is 12. We put 2 and we carry the 1. 1 plus 4 plus 2 is 7. The decimal places all line up. And 1 plus 1 is 2. So our total is 27.2. And now we divide that by 2. Dividing by 2, or halving something, dividing things in half, enables us to find the midpoint. And so let's divide by 2. 2 into 2 goes once. 2 times 2 is 2, and we subtract and we get 0. We bring down the 7. 2 into 7 goes 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. We subtract again and we get 1. And we put the decimal in place and we bring down the 2. 2 into 12 goes 6. 6 times 2 is 12. And our answer is 13.6. This is the midpoint of the two values in the question. We can see that it is halfway between 12.8 and 14.4. And if you want to see more questions worked out just like this, subscribe, like, and share to Bahamian Mathematics YouTube channel.